Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. How about the Texas Rangers? Shout out to them. First time since 2011. That was a good year. Shout out to the Trop. 2011. Texas Rangers advanced to the ALCS, the Championship Series. Looks like their Astros need to win one more, but it looks like it's going to be a Lone Star State Series. Little 4-hour drive back and forth from Dallas to Houston. The South Side, baby. Get it rocking and rolling. Texas sweeps the Baltimore Orioles. I want to touch on this playoff format everybody's complaining about, and hey, they might have a point. Also, gonna preview the games tonight in the playoffs. Have two bets for you tonight in Major League Baseball playoffs. Astros hit 4 home runs last night, including Yordan Alvarez. That kid is special, to say the least. And then Jose Abreu put the exclamation point on it. Love it, man. Jose Abreu, man, I know he didn't have a great season with the Astros, but this is when he just really puts them in another league. He's just one of the best hitters in baseball, man. He's been that way since he came into the league. He proved it. And now he is on a team that can compete. And it's awesome watching him compete and out of a White Sox uniform. Also, it's Wednesday, so don't go anywhere. I have my college football bets for you guys. That's right, college football bets for you guys. Also, if you want, looking at golf. Haven't looked at golf in a while. I heard some people talking about it yesterday. Might give out some golf, man. Got 2 golfers I like near the top. 3 of them, actually. Why not play all 3? Tom Kim is 11-1. This is the Shriners Children's Open. Ludwig Aber, he is plus 1,200, 12-1. And then my guy, my favorite, Si-Woo Kim. You can see him play this week. He is plus 2,000. And then Cam Davis and Adam Shank round out the top 5, plus 2,500, plus 3,000. And then my guy Tom Hoge, plus 3,300 right there. Not a lot of big names in here, so anybody, and I mean anybody, could jump up in this thing. I don't know. I want to take Si-Woo Kim, Tom Kim, and Ludwig Aber. Where we at? And then, after all of this, gonna talk some Mount West, baby, college hoops preview. I have 2 teams that I have tickets on, so gonna break down that conference and get things rolling. This is Captain by a Hook with the red beard. I am Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives going live on beautiful Wednesday, the 11th of October. And this is a morning show. How about the Orioles, man? Heartbreaking. I know. Orioles swept. City of Baltimore doesn't even get to celebrate a playoff win. A single playoff victory. Not a series victory. One game. Also, what the hell happened to their offense, man? I mean, this team's been putting up runs like crazy this season. Been one of the better offensive teams. The entire series, I guess they did drop 8 in a loss where the Rangers put up 11. But game 1, they scored 2. Game 3, they scored 1. Outside of that one singular game in game 2, offense struggles to get anything rolling. Pitchers struggle to keep the Rangers in any kind of containment. Man, I was hoping for more for the Orioles, but I just kind of had a feeling they're just not experienced. They're not. This is not what they were built to do. They're a young ass team, man. If you listen to the show, I said it before the playoffs started. Rangers, they got the experience. Before this series started, I leaned Rangers. I gave out the bet of this going the distance. I was wrong. Rangers, sweep them. Sweep it deep, a DB deep. Thought the Astros would be the sweeping team. No. Twins putting up a fight. Only get 3 hits last night, however, 1 run as the Astros run away with it on 9 runs on 14 hits. Now, let's look at today. And then let's talk about this playoff format that everybody is complaining about. And they might be right. Baseball. They play 162 games in about 75 days. So you go 6 months where you only get maybe 10 off days. So every day you're waking up, putting on some deodorant, kissing your kids and your wife on the cheek, going down to the park, getting in your routine, stretching, little batting cage, little toss around, little warm up, maybe even a little nap, little pregame meal. Go out there and do the damn thing. It's a timing sport. Even if you play the video game, you can understand that to a degree. We will never understand how hard it is to go up there and face a pitcher who can throw 100 and then backdoor with a knuckle curve at our ankles. But when you haven't played a video game in a long time, speaking of baseball, you get up there, you got to get your timing on your swing right again. You're swinging early, swinging late. It's even worse in real life. And it's evident. I'm not saying the Diamondbacks don't deserve what they're doing to the Dodgers. I don't think it happens if the Dodgers don't have a week off. I'm not saying the Twins can't beat the Astros. But it took them a game or two to get things rolling. Now the Braves, arguably the most talented team in the history of the sport, hitting-wise. This season, they've broken almost every record you can break as a team hitting-wise. It took them a game and a half to get back on track. Get shut out 3-0 game 1. Come back and are down 4-0 going into the bottom of the 6th before the bats wake up. It is evident that the team with a bye is at a disadvantage. We just watched the Rangers. I don't know why I'm blanking on who they played in the wild card series. Yeah, Twins, the Rays, right? Rangers, Rays? Had to be. Shoot. Sorry about this, y'all. Rangers Rays. So you sweep the Rays, and then you go in off that momentum and you sweep a young Baltimore team who's been just sitting around. And I'm sure they've been trying to get in BP, trying to get in a live batting action, but it's not the same as playing a game every day. Even 2 or 3 days off, rhythm, timing, all of that, man. It's one of the biggest things in baseball. It's why they play every day. Stay in it, stay in shape. It's not like basketball where the fundamentals of a jump shot will be there even if you take 2 weeks off. Hell, you could take 4 years off of playing basketball. They give you that rock, square your feet, 90-degree angle, pop that thing. Fundamentals will always be there. Fundamentals will always be there with the baseball swing as well. However, it involves timing off of a pitch. It also involves seeing things. If you haven't seen a curveball in 6 days, it'll look funky. Trust me. And again, I'm not saying that is why these teams are losing, but I wouldn't be shocked if it came out that these teams hate it. I mean, the Dodgers are down 2-0 to the damn Diamondbacks with Lance Lynn on the mound as their savior of the season. That is a horrible spot to be in as a 100-win team. Also, just isolate the Dodgers real quick. This has happened to them every year the last 4 or 5 years outside of the COVID year where they won a World Series. They lose in this round a lot. Last year we watched the Padres, who were hot off a win against the Mets, come out of nowhere and slap them. And I said the same thing 2 years in a row. The Padres went up there and I said, this is the Dodgers. The Brooklyn, the Bums. They're the big brother of this division. They've been running this division. Ain't no way in hell the Padres beat them. They did. Coming into this year. I said, man, I wish the Diamondbacks had one more round until they saw the Dodgers. The Dodgers are the big brother of the NFC. Diamondbacks are 1 win away from advancing to the championship series. The city of Phoenix is going bananas. Sold out crowd in downtown Phoenix, Chase Field, and guess who you get to see pitch? Brandon Pfaadt. Don't know his record off the top of my head, but if my memory serves me correct, he went about 1-10 this season, ERA above 8. That's off of memory. Don't be one of those people. Well, he was actually 1-8, ERA 7.99. Close a damn enough. Just out of curiosity, let me see. Test the old memory bank. 3-9. Whoa. ERA 5.72. That means since he was 1-9 with the ERA of 8+, he had 2 good damn games to end the season. So that's amazing. Yeah. Guess who we did that against? A struggling Cubs team, the damn sorriest team in the league, and the Yankees, and the worst team in the league, and the White Sox. And all of those teams put up 4 or more hits. Yankees the only ones putting up any runs. Yeah, 4.98 ERA last 7 games, 3.3 record. So, towards the end of the season, he saved himself. He is a young buck, the 24-year-old righty, Brandon Pfaadt. Born in Kentucky, 1998. His birthday is actually coming up, 4 days away from this young man turning 25. So I don't know, man. Before the season started, I said the Diamondbacks are one starter away from making a deep run in the playoffs. And I thought it was going to be Tommy Henry that stepped up. I thought Dre Jameson should be their closer. Ryan Nelson never really impressed me. Neither did Brandon Fault. But somehow, some way, Brandon Fault has been the guy that they chose to give that third starting spot to. Torey Lovullo knows baseball a lot more than me. But tonight's going to be a interesting couple of games. The Astros and the Diamondbacks look to close out the series, while the Braves and the Phillies, who are tied up at 1-1, look to get the upper hand in the series. You have Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies, to be determined for Atlanta. Don't quote me. I guess his elder takes the mound tonight for Atlanta. I do have two bets tonight. I'll give them out at the end of the show. Come back to some baseball after I get through college football, baby. A baby. Let's jump over to some college basketball real quick, and then spend a couple minutes on this Mountain West series, and then, just maybe then. No, okay, so we're going to do college basketball, Mountain West. We're going to come back to college football. Give out my bets for college football. I got one for Thursday, 4 for Saturday. Small slate this week. Not a lot of games I like. Same thing in the NFL. Only 4 bets that I like. Most of them are overs, which is weird. But hey, going to be betting some overs this weekend in the National Football League. Got some weird games, too, for college football. Looking forward to it. Okay, so this is exciting. It looks like they have added, wow, they've added the WCC conference. And hear this, you can get Gonzaga minus 120. It's not a great price for the future. It's not a plus 700, not even a plus nothing. But Gonzaga minus 120, I think they won this conference since it started every year. I'm joking. But you got Mark Few in Gonzaga. I don't think Drew Timmy's coming back. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Gonzaga having some big name players. But I do love the fact that Gonzaga is in talks about joining the Big 12. I think that'll do wonders for them. But I could be wrong. You go to the Big 12, you play against some bigger schools, recruit some bigger players, takes that program to the next level. Now, they could go to the Big 12 and turn into Iowa State. Never good, just there for nothing. And then Gonzaga is just going to be traveling every year from northern Washington all the way down to Texas and Kansas to get that ass whooped. But I like it. I love it. My biggest downfall in Gonzaga has been this weak-ass conference. However, it does give some of the best moments of the year. St. Mary's, Gonzaga, even San Francisco and Santa Clara sometimes give Gonzaga a run. But I mean, I didn't even mean to talk about this, but they just posted it. It hasn't been Pacific plus 7,000, baby. I wonder if Stoudemire is still coaching over there. Damon. Not Amari. Those young folks who don't know Damon Stoudemire. Boy was a doggy. Gonzaga minus 120, man. Bless yourself. Thank me later. But the conference that I planned on talking about, man, there's so many good stuff to talk about. Mountain West. Let's stick it here. There's 2 teams I like in the Mountain West. Of course, one of them is the favorite at plus 140, San Diego State. We just watched this team, Cinderella, run all the way to the final game before getting blown out by UConn. That was probably my best, like my absolute best March Madness last season. Y'all are welcome. Murdered it. Murder. Had San Diego State almost every game that tournament, and then turned around and took the UConn, who also had every game that tournament, blown the works off of them. Anyway, San Diego State's plus 140. We saw what they did last season. San Diego State's actually trying to get out of this conference. They think they're too good for this conference. They're trying to. They were trying to get in some kind of Pac-12 deal. They're trying to get out of there though. San Diego State wants to be in a bigger conference. The weird thing is the West Coast has no power conference anymore. The entire Pac-12 is coming over to the Big 12 or Big 10. So where does that leave West Coast teams or West Coast schools like San Diego State? Everybody was talking about merging the Mountain West with the remaining Pac-12. Still doesn't make it a power conference. I love San Diego State. Love what the coach has done there after taking over for your boy. Can't think of his name, but I can picture his face. Coach the Fab Five back in the G. All that. Yeah, he thought I was going to do it. I ain't going to curse. Anyway, the team that I really like here, I do have a ticket on San Diego State plus 140. The third favorite, actually tied for the second favorite, both of these teams are Boise State and New Mexico. Both of these teams are plus 400. The team that I like the most is New Mexico. This team has gotten better. The Lobos every season. Their players, their core has grown up together. They have a beautiful mix of seniors, juniors, and a few pretty damn good freshmen. This team has some good size on them. 6'9", forward, freshman. This is the kid everybody's talking about, making them that team. JT Toppin. Then you got 6'7" wings, 7-foot center, 6'9", 6'10". The guards 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", 6'2", 6'6", 6'5". This team is going to be a great defensive team due to their size. They have a transfer from Fresno State. I think he's going to make some noise. Again, they have their core of Jamal Mashburn Jr., Jalen House. They should make some noise. I love this New Mexico team, the Lobos. Not New Mexico State, New Mexico. The Lobos, the red one. Plus 400 for them to win the division. That is the team I am geeked about. Have a heavy ticket on them. Just have a standard ticket on San Diego State just to hedge it out. I think it's going to come down to one of those two teams. I do think Boise State is a tough team, and Boise State might be that third and final team out of the Mountain West to make it to the tournament. However, give me the Lobos and San Diego State to battle it out for this conference. Again, it's New Mexico plus 400. The thing that's funny about the Mountain West, though, is that it is pretty close. It's never really a team. Like, these numbers don't say how close this stuff is. Nevada, 1,400. Colorado State, 1,200. Utah State, 1,400. They are all live to win this conference as well. UNLV, plus 1,200. San Jose State, plus 6,000. Wyoming, plus 6,000. Fresno State, plus 3,000. I don't know. You're just reaching at that point. But I love New Mexico, plus 400. They are the team that I think will win this division, this conference. Kentucky and SEC, New Mexico in the Mountain West. Also gave out a flyer of Missouri plus 2,000 that I have a ticket on, and San Diego State just for funsies. Tomorrow, I will give out my NFL picks and talk about the AAC. Y'all just got 2 for 1 because they posted the WCC. So you get Gonzaga minus 120, and you get New Mexico plus 400. We're filling up our future sheet, baby. 20-some days until college basketball. I haven't been counting down, haven't done the math, but it is among us. believe it or not. 14 days, exactly 2 weeks from today, the National Basketball Association will kick off, and I can get back to slamming my Jalen Brunson point overs. Favorite bet in the NBA. Jalen Brunson over 22.5. Give it to me. Last season it started off at 18.5. Give it to me. But there you go, man. College basketball talk. Gave out the Wooden Awards yesterday. Broke down the SEC 2 days ago. Today was Mount West and I guess the WCC. Tomorrow will be the American Athletic, the AAC. And then trying to think. Either Friday or Monday. I want to break down this Big East Conference for about 20 minutes. Doubt I'll have time Friday. Look forward to that on Monday. Going hard with the Big East, and hopefully some more conferences will be posted by then, such as the Big 12 and the Big 10. Also, I'm still waiting on my favorite bets to come out. I do like betting. Oh, we also need the AAC, the ACC. Still missing 3 huge conferences. Waiting on those. Also waiting on team totals. Winning like last year. My goodness, I struck gold just taking Big 10 teams unders. Wins in conference play. Took every team damn near except for one. And that was wrong, so I lost that one. But took every team under like 13.5, 12.5. We all know the Big 10. They're going to fight to the finish. Anyway, running out of time here. Let's get to some college football, baby. Let's go from the hardwood to the gridiron. Everyone understood why they call it the gridiron. These are in no particular order, and of course I didn't write down who they play. So, it'll take me a little longer than it should. Thursday night, though, let's start this thing off right. Thursday night, the West Virginia Mountaineers, road favorites by 3.5, taking on Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. The Houston Cougars. Mixing up my sports, excuse me. Give me Houston at home plus 3 and the hook. That is Houston at home versus West Virginia plus 3.5. Kind of want to take the money line too. I think Houston is going to win this game. I think it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be 17-16. But I think Houston comes out with the win. I'll pad my assumption with taking the points plus 3.5. Over set at 51.5. Kind of want to take the under. Not going to touch it. Houston plus 3.5. That is the first bet on the board. I'm going to try and scroll and just as soon as I see them, stop. Michigan State plus 5.5 against Rutgers. How could you not? I don't have it on my list. I just saw it. Every time I see it, I want to take it. I know they're going through that stuff with their coach. And I know Rutgers is a solid defensive team. I just don't see Rutgers offensively being able to win the game, not only by margin, but by more than a touchdown. Again, an ugly slate of games. Don't have too many bets. As you see, I've been scrolling this long to find the next bet that I like. I have it written down here, but I want to give you the whoop-de-wop, who they play, everything. I just have Virginia Tech minus 1.5. Oh, there it is. Virginia Tech at home, minus 1.5, taking on Wake Forest, baby. I think Wake Forest is a horrendous team. I think Virginia Tech is an average team. I'll take an average team at home against a horrendous team on the road. Give me Virginia Tech. The money line is minus 125 if you want to just play it straight up. I'm going to take the 1.5 and hope the chances of them winning by 1 don't burn me. Give me Virginia Tech minus 1.5. Total here set at 48 and a hook. Love this here. The Virginia Tech Hokies at home against Wake Forest. The next one I have, I told you last week I was going to stop betting it if it lost. Well, it lost. And I'm still betting it. So, do with that information as you will. Louisiana, Monroe, taking on Texas State, baby. 16.5 at home for Texas State on the side. I'm going to look at the total. I'm going to take the over 62 and the hook here. Um, don't know why. This is one of those bets, one of those teams I just can't get enough of. Give me Texas State and the over 62 and a half. I feel like I'm entirely indebted to this team. I have another bet like that. Can't stop, won't stop, Rockefeller Records, and we get down, baby. We get down. How good is Kentucky? Taking on a good Missouri team this weekend in Lexington, Kentucky at home. Laying 2.5, total set at 52.5. Give me Kentucky, man. Bounce back spot from the Georgia game. 5-1 on the season ATS. 5-1 on the season straight up. 5-1 in my pockets. I'm not tripping on that one loss against Georgia. Georgia. He said, "Oh, y'all thought we was done? Nah. Give me Kentucky. Minus 2.5 at home. Taking on Mizzou. Because how good is Kentucky? My favorite damn question of the season. And then this last bet, I mean, come on. Stop it. Stop it. No way this number should be what this number is. I get it. Notre Dame is a great school. Great team. Notre Dame has a great quarterback. Notre Dame, I don't think, has put up more than 20 points since the first week of the damn season. Could be wrong, could be exaggerating. But they have not only lost some close games down the stretch here, they have struggled offensively. Struggled to cover numbers. Struggled in any offensive fashion. Now, you can say USC has the worst defense in the entire country. High school, college, and NFL. And I'd say you're right. However, this offense behind Caleb Williams, explosive. Kaboom. Explosive, baby. Give me USC. Give it to me on the money line. Plus 115. USC at plus money against Notre Dame is downright wrong. Flat out wrong. Give me USC and the Trojans on the money line. Sam Hartman chokes the game away. Struggles to put up over 20 points. USC drops 45 on their head. On their head. I mean, think about it. How much does Notre Dame have to score to stay in this game? From what it's looking like, at least 38-42. I don't think this offense is capable. Give me USC. Just straight up run away with this damn thing. So we're going to go USC on the money line. We're going to go Kentucky minus 2.5 at home. Texas State on the over 62.5. Give me Virginia Tech and the Hokies minus 1.5. And then Thursday, baby. Tomorrow. Guess I could have waited. But F them. I'll remind y'all tomorrow. Houston plus 3.5. Those are my college football bets for this weekend. Before I get out of here, I told you I have 2 bets tonight in the Major League Baseball. That's the Braves on the money line. Again, I think Elder will start. Don't quote me. I'm not in the franchise. I'm not in the building. I don't have any sources. Bryce Elder, I believe, will be starting for the Braves. Give me the Braves on the money line, plus 102, taking on the Phillies and Aaron Nola. Also, let's end this thing tonight. Astros, money line, plus 108. Give it to me, baby. Yesterday was the easiest money I made. Whew. Astros money line yesterday was too good to be true. Let me get it again tonight, plus 108. Let's end this series off right. Astros, money line. Braves, money line. 2 bets I have for tonight. And that's it, man. There you go. This Captain. Buy a hook, baby. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. This is Captain Buy a Hook with the Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I am Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives, going live on this beautiful Wednesday, the 11th of October. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please, please gamble responsibly.